Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about three kind of standout games from Theo Walcott's season last year. Now the title of this video is why I believe Theo Walcott can still do a job for Reading Football Club. And I really do think it's going to be something that can play into Reading's strength next year. Now obviously last season we had the approach of kind of bringing veterans into the team, like people like Andy Carroll, people like Jeff Hendrick, people like Shane Long, and obviously it didn't really work out for Reading in the long term. Whereas this one I really do feel like would be a benefit for the club. In terms of Theo Walcott, who he is, the player, he's someone that's played at a Premier League level throughout his entire career. And I do believe it's something that will kind of be a big benefit for Reading, especially in League One. Now, in terms of Walcott himself, he is 34 years old, but still did rack 20 appearances in the Premier League last year. 13 of those being starts and 7 coming off the bench. He played a total of 1,134 minutes in the Premier League. The majority of that came under Reading's new head coach Ruben Selles as well, so it's somebody that Selles kind of already trusts, and the fact that he's going to bring him into Reading as well proves to me that he is kind of Selles' man. In terms of goals and assists, it wasn't a big standout number for him last year. It was 2 goals and 2 assists for Theo Walcott. But today we're going to go ahead and break down 3 games where Theo Walcott stood out. Now the first game that we're going to have a look at is a game where Selles was the manager, and that was a free draw against Tottenham Hotspur on the 18th of March. Now this is a game where Theo Walcott proved to be a nuisance for the Spurs defence, picking up a goal and an assist in the game. Now, in terms of the match itself, it was actually his best rating throughout last season. A 7.89 rating was the highest he earned. Now, for the goal itself, it was more of a poacher's goal. It kind of just slotting the ball in the back of the net after finding himself some room in the box. But it was his assist was the thing that really did stand out for me. A fantastic run in behind the defence. Was able to see Walcott free, able to pass the ball low and hard down into Che Adams. Now, he had a 72% pass accuracy throughout this game and had 1 aerial win too. Now, look, for me, I think just the little runs in behind the defence is classic Theo Walcott, and it's something that everybody kind of can expect from him. But is this something that's going to continue a trend in League One? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping especially with the fact that, look, he's 34, maybe, he's losing a touch of his pace, but no. I think throughout these 3 standout games against big teams as well, kind of prove that Walcott has still got the ability. Now, the second game that we're going to go ahead and take a look at here is his free draw against Arsenal on the 21st of April. Once again, Ruben Selles was the manager, and I kind of just want to have a little side note before we go into Walcott's performance. It really was an impressive performance from Ruben Selles himself. Now, the fact yet they didn't hold on to a 3-1 lead, probably because they were playing top of the league Arsenal, who had a lot of momentum behind them as well, considering the fact that they were pushing for the title. But Southampton really did come in with a perfect game plan. Press Arsenal high and make them work the ball. Now, when you watch this as well, look, when I remember watching the game, sitting down and thinking, fair play to Southampton, they might be able to stay up. And, never in a million years I think Ruben Selles will be the man that will become Reading's manager. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he's still my first choice, but when you look at the tactics and you look at the game plan that Southampton came with in this game, the high pressing system really did work. And that was proof, as Theo Walcott had a 7.80 rating in this game, just 0.09 behind his Tottenham one. So maybe teams in North London is where Theo Walcott does shine against. He had a goal in this game as well. It was a fantastic run in behind Gabriel Magalhaes for his goal. And yeah, I thought it was a really good performance from him. Again, 1 tackle as well was made and a 75% pass accuracy. And he actually played as one of the 2 strikers, which is interesting to note. The same against Tottenham as well. He played as one of the 2 strikers, despite his assist coming down the right-hand side. And this goal really as well, coming down the right-hand side, a little run behind the centre-back was how he was able to pick up the goal. Look, I think Theo Walcott in this game again was just proof that, look, if you get in behind, he's still got the pace to be able to get in behind defenders. And I really do feel like it could be a big strength for Reading next season, especially with Andy Carroll up there, and especially with Theo Walcott. Look, you're talking about 2 players that with a combined age are going to be 68, but at the same time, I still feel like they're 2 experienced players that really will be able to do a job. Do they have the massive legs about them still? Maybe not, but I still feel like they'll be able to do a really good job, especially in League One, where it's such a step down in terms of the quality compared to the Premier League and the Championship. Now the final game that we're going to go ahead and take a look at here from Theo Walcott is the Liverpool game, where they drew 4-4 on the last day of the season on the 28th of May. Again, common trend, Ruben Selles was the manager for this game, with Theo Walcott picking up a 7.46 rating, and he picked up an assist. Now, Theo Walcott was fouled twice throughout this game and had 3 key passes, but the main thing for me that stood out was the pass in behind for Sulemana's first goal. It's a fantastic ball in behind the defence of Liverpool, and I think it really did show that he's still got the ability at a high level. Now, we're talking about high level here. Third tier of football isn't going to be as high level as when you're playing against Liverpool. Now, don't get me wrong, it was the final day of the season, so maybe everything wasn't up to par. But 1 tackle and a 73% pass rate shows to me that once again, with the tackle side of things, Southampton press, and Theo Walcott could be a good player to join the pressing system for Reading next season. For me, a lot of this comes through with Theo Walcott being someone that's going to be able to press forward, and it's going to be something that Reading need going forward. We saw it last year a little bit of Andy Carroll. He's a bit slow, but he's still got the legs about him to do pressing. We've got Theo Walcott on one side as well, and the potential addition of Harvey Nibbs as well coming in on the other side. It could be really a pressing game we see from Ruben Selles next season. It's what was expected of him when he was kind of announced as the head coach, and everybody looked into Ruben Selles' systems. And I think really Theo Walcott will fit perfectly for Reading next year. Will he be someone that completes 46 games? No. Will he be someone that completes 40 games? Maybe even not. But 30 games will be solid from Theo Walcott next year in League One. And it's what I'm expecting. Are goals and assists going to be lacking? Potentially. Obviously, the last few seasons, he hasn't really contributed as much as he had previously. But I do feel like it's something where with the step down in quality, going straight from Premier League to League One, I feel like Theo Walcott's quality will shine in this Reading side. It's going to be it for today's video, guys. Obviously, it could be a massive waste of time. Walcott might not even end up signing for Reading. But look, it sounds like everything is done. It's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. My name's been James. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.